Here we go. I was going to say welcome to our May video newsletter that we have the Connect team in Triplica, but actually we also have a friend behind us. Some of you might recognise the sheep that was part of the leader services a few years ago and keeps us company here at number 4. And there's a reason for her presence with us, which Barry and Charlotte are going to expand on.
Not quite sure what the reason for the sheep. No, we're thinking about shearing and why we shear sheep this time of year. For those of us that have sheep, and just recognising the fact that if you don't shear the sheep, then their wool does fall off anyway. I'm not from a farming background. You probably can pick that up from my accent. And I hadn't really realised that. I hadn't even thought about that until we were just chatting about it earlier on, that it's a natural process when the weather gets warmer for the sheep to molt. But when it does lose its own wool, it doesn't do it in a particularly healthy way and ends up looking particularly nasty and scrabbly and disgusting. So we're actually helping that process along by shearing the wool off ourselves and letting the fleece go to free the sheep to be able to enjoy the summer and the sunshine a lot more than it would do if it was done naturally. So we were thinking about that as a kind of theological reflection for the day.
And I'm sure the people watching this are wondering, what has that got to do with me?
Yeah, so am I.
What has that got to do with ministry or with us as we watch this?
And it also gives the farmer an opportunity to do a good health check of the sheep and check it all over and make sure that is a healthy animal. And maybe that is a kind of a metaphor that we can apply to our ministry, that sometimes it's better when we're looking at things and thinking, ooh, this is starting to get a bit itchy, uncomfortable, whatever it is. Shall we just let it go through its natural process of dying and releasing, or should we actually purposefully let it go so that everything that's been gained from it can be celebrated, acknowledged, and then there's an opportunity for a new season?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know about you guys, but this time of year for me, I start to think about half term coming up at the end of the month, and that sort of feels like we're getting towards the end of the academic year, and I'm starting to look forward to the summer and look forward to things slowing down a little bit and enjoying the summer a little bit more, and I'm not really thinking too much about September and next year yet. Sort of think, I'll worry about that in the summer. But actually, maybe this is an opportunity as we hit this time of year to start intentionally, like Joe says, thinking about September. What are we going to shear off? What are we going to clean up? What are we going to let go? And so that we can start afresh in September rather than waiting to see what happens.
And, as we all kind of hope for a quieter summer, what are those things that you want to invest energy into in that quieter summer? Not think, oh, I've got to do that again. So, and what have the people around you got passions about that maybe you don't, that you could hand off to them and do some delegating in this time as well?
Yeah, always good. Sometimes the things that for us feel like they might be a bit kind of scratchy and irritating and wanting to come to an end, actually somebody else is really desperate to get involved in, and that delegation might be a good thing to do. We want to offer you the space to kind of do some of that reflection as well, so we've got a retreat coming up, haven't we? Do you want to say a little bit more about that?
The retreat that's happening on the 17th of June is going to be run by Barry and another of the youth connectors this time. It's going to take place in the lovely environment of Prinosh. They looked after us beautifully last summer and we had absolutely astonishing weather. And we've booked all of that again. So you do have a look at that on the website and book in as soon as you feel able to do so. It'd be just a really nice space to step back and spend some time with God and some time to just be filled yourself and maybe not actually think about your ministry, but think about your own spiritual journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So do look out for that and enjoy May and whatever might be in store. I'm hoping that it will be beautiful weather and all the things that we've kind of alluded to, but if not, I'm sure we can kind of enjoy it anyway. And as we start to think about this new season moving into the next one, then do come along and join in with the things that we've got going on. Anything else from you, Sean?
Not at all. No.
We will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.